It's time for another Big Bad Toy Store unboxing, and unlike last time, this isn't too big to unbox on a table.
It's morphin' time!
Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome to another Big Bad Toy Store unboxing. Today we'll take a look at this unboxing, which is, I would say, you know, it's still a big box, because it is still like a pile of loot. And it's, you know, it's large, but it's not like completely unwieldy like the last couple have been. I've slowed down in certain aspects of collecting, and I think it shows. It's about 3 months worth. I think I could have waited another 2 weeks. Didn't feel like anything was going to come in those 2 weeks to make it worthwhile to do that. So I thought, let's just ship it. Let's just see what we get. So why not? It's like I said, not as big, which is nice. It actually also wasn't as expensive, which is double nice. So anyways, we got some cool stuff in here, though. It's an interesting mix, because I think proportionately less of this box is mine than usual. I think there's some, like, stuff from my parents in here. The cool part about having parents who are also collectors is they don't judge the collecting. The downside to having parents who are also collectors that you live with is trying to figure out where to put everybody's collections. So, you know, ups and downs. Alright, so there's some cool stuff in here for sure. It's also fun because I've kind of forgotten. This happens. I say this almost every time. I'm like, I don't remember what's in this box, because I legitimately don't. It's stuff I want, but it's not stuff that I need, like, immediately. It's not like video stuff, usually. So because of that, it's a little easier just to go, oh yeah, that'll come in when it comes in. Okay. Here we go. Look, we'll have a nice shiny bubble wrap for you to look at. So you don't see what's in the box. Ooh, goodies. Okay. I guess we'll start with stuff that's not mine. So we have the Coffin Comics / Loose Collector Lady Satanus. Which is, I mean, she kind of looks like a gender-swapped Damon Hellstrom from Marvel. But there's her. She's the next in the Coffin Comics line. We also have La Muerta, who is the other one. It was kind of like they had done Lady Death and Hell Witch, and then the next ones were a lot more delayed. So I know my dad's been waiting for these to come out. And then we have Chaotica, who looks a heck of a lot like Emma Frost meets Saturn IX from Marvel Comics. I'm hoping that stuff lands on the table over here. I can't see, so we're gonna find out later, I guess. We have a Big Bad Batman battle sticker. That's our current, like, promo event thing going on, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's mix it up. Let's throw in something I wanted, which is the Real Grade Gundam Epyon. So this came out, a while back. It's been a hot minute. When did this one come out? 2023. Yeah, I thought, well, I could wait and I can get the Epyon later. It just never seemed to sell out, so I wasn't too worried about it. Luckily, we've kind of gotten over that bump of Gunpla, like, stock issues that we had during the pandemic when the big boom happened and Bandai couldn't keep up. So I feel like we've gotten better at that with the retail kits. The reason, though, I was like, I need Epyon now is because I had pre-ordered the Ultron Gundam from P Bandai, and that's the last of the Wing Gundams, and I didn't have Epyon. So I have all of them now from the original TV series, but Epyon and Ultron. I got Ultron ordered. I was like, I need to get my Epyon now. Now's the time to get the Epyon. So, pretty cool. I'm excited to build that at some point. I have several wing kits in the backlog, though. It was a really hot summer, and so it was really hard to build in the back room or have a nice big table to build on because it was hot. So now that it's hopefully going to cool off in this thing called fall, I should be able to get some of my kits built. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I have mostly dipped out of Masters of the Universe collecting, as I've mentioned before. I think they're doing a lot of cool stuff at Mattel. I just can't keep up with all of it. Last time I got the Turtles of Grayskull Casey Jones. This time, Masterverse 1987 movie Beastman. So it's been pretty cool that they finally been able to do the 87 movie. And they did He-Man and Skeletor to start. Then they did Evil Lyn, now Beastman. So they're kind of doing what Super 7 didn't do, because Super 7 had done He-Man, Skeletor, God Skeletor, and then, what was his name? Card. And then Sarad and Gwildor and Blade were in main Motu Classics based on their toys. So it's pretty cool, and we do have confirmation the next one will be Blade. So I'm glad that we're not just, you know, making figures that hadn't existed like Evelyn and Beastman, but they're also mixing in redos, because I think the articulation system on Masterverse is just so much better than Classics. So even though I have Classics Blade and Gwildor, I will gladly buy them again in the Masterverse style. So I'm glad that they're kind of slow rolling them out. But this is a collection I want to keep going, because I feel like this is the one time we're probably going to get 87 movie figures. And I appreciate that movie on a lot of levels. So it's really cool. Congratulations, 87 movie Beastman, on your first ever toy. So pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy about that one. I'm going to keep up with those. I can't keep up with everything else, but those I will keep up with. All right, here's the thing that my mom ordered. It is a Nancy Drew action figure. It is in a Nancy Drew book-style box. So it's The Secret of the Old Attic, and you can't tell that it's a toy. Part of me wants to open it, and part of me wants to let my mom open it, but part of me is like, we're doing an unboxing. She can see the video later. Let's look at the actual figure looks like, because they never update the product images past the CG renders. So I thought, you know, this would be kind of interesting. My mom loves the Nancy Drew books. She read them as a kid. She's been wanting to reread, I think, a bunch of them. And she has a huge collection of the books. So this was, like, when I saw these pop up, I was like, hey, Mom, there's Nancy Drew action figures. And she was like, oh. And I was like, I don't know the company behind them. It's Wandering Planet Toys. But they have sculptor, design, and cardback copy credits. So they're doing better than some of the big companies. So pretty cool. Anyways, they're based on different covers of the books, and so I asked my mom. I was like, "Oh, you know, which one do you want to get?" And she ultimately picked the red dress one, because the red dress is she loves red. Red's her favorite color, so she was like, "Let's go with the red." So here it is, nice like book style box, and oh, there we go. There's Nancy. So there's Nancy Drew, looking pretty neat. There's kind of like, looks like, I would imagine, the interior page here with some interior art. Figure looks like it's got, you know, 5 points of articulation. Definitely invokes the style, but, you know, not too much, not too crazy, but kind of a neat presentation. I think that, you know, it's an important literary character, and I think it's cool they're basing them off of the artwork there. But pretty neat. Do kind of wish there was like a magnetic clasp on the book, but still pretty nice. For what it is, pretty cool. So my mom's gonna be super happy that that has finally arrived. That's another thing we've been waiting a while on. That's kind of the thing with independent toys, especially. They don't stick to schedules the way that bigger companies do, because they physically can't. But anyway, speaking of big companies, here is the World Collectible Figure Sandland Tank. Tank 104, the famous tank from Sandland. It has a sculpted Beelzebub in it. World Collectible Figures done a lot of Dragon Ball. They did some Kamen Rider as well. They've done some One Piece, but this is kind of like their version of the tank, so it's like a chibi-fied version of the tank with Beelzebub. This was like 27 bucks. So I thought, well, for that price, I mean, I didn't want to spend like the $200 something on the Chogokin, and I didn't want to build the Mega House model because of the paint that would have been necessary really to make it look good. But I thought, let me just get something that represents the tank, and I thought this would be a good equivalent. And oh, in true Ban Presto fashion, it is in layers upon layers of packaging. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna put this together now. If you guys don't mind. I say this, if you hate me talking about stuff, you can always fast forward. If you're not interested in this tank, I don't mind. I appreciate you tuning in general, but this is now a building video. Okay, so there's the base of the tank. Here's bells in the turret. So there he is with the turret. So here's that, and that's just, I assume, just goes right on. Or does it? What is these other pieces? There's other pieces. Okay, there's a little door. Does the door... Oh, I think the door attaches somewhere. And then there's the flag part of it. So there we go. No instructions, as per usual. They're like, look at the box, figure it out, use your intelligence. You know, not a horrible strategy. I can't get this out of the bag. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so the flag part, why am I doing this off memory? I have no idea. Does this all attach up here? Yeah, there we go. There goes the flag onto the back of the tank, like that. And then here is the door for him popping out of that door. So the stuff that could have broken in transit, and then we're just going to pop this right on top. Come on. Is it not going to go on? There we go. And it's on. So it's a nice, that's a pretty sturdy vinyl figure. I've gotten a couple World Collectible figures before, but nothing that was this big. The turret does turn. It's really stiff. Probably wouldn't recommend doing that a whole lot, but feels sturdy. All right, it's on now. There we go. So there's Beelzebub in his tank, looking all cute and adorable. That's my tank rep. I think I'm good with that. I think it's gonna do the job, repping the tank. That's pretty cool. All right, so put that over here. Set it down. All right, what's next? Oh, Marvel Legends Retro Kingpin got reissued. I missed him the first time around. I had kind of wanted him because I have the Build-A-Figure, which is more the modern look. This is more of a classic with the orange shirt. It's directly like based on the animated series look. I missed him the first time around. They offered him up again. I thought I should get him this time because what I intended to do was get him back when he first came out, and I would put the Shadow King head that came with the Professor Xavier on the modern Kingpin body, and then have this be the Kingpin. And I think that that's why I got him now. He just sold out way quicker than I thought back then, so pretty cool to finally get him. Let's see. Oh, Super 7. We got a couple Thundercats. We got Wily Cat finishing off the two Thunder Kittens, and that finishes our main cast. I think pretty much we're waiting on Snarfer, who's in the next wave, I believe. And then we've got Chilla, the next to the Lunatacs. So pretty awesome. I do owe you guys a Thundercats review. I think I did decide that I want to do this wave of these two, because for those wondering where the other two are, this was a split wave. There was 2 cartoon figures, 2 toy figures. I don't do the toy versions. I still need to review, I think, is it 1 wave or 2 waves? I need to look and see. I think there's another wave. I'm going to combine like 2 waves at a time just to kind of get the videos, because they don't perform super well. So I think I still want to review them, but I'm just going to start bundling them together so that it's like, oh, 1 video flopped as opposed to like 3 videos flopped. And then I'll bundle Silverhawks with the next wave that has Copper Kid. Something like that. That's kind of the general plan. Let's see. In the world of statues, the Kotobukiya Bishijo line did Uhura from Star Trek. This is their second Star Trek statue. The first one they did was a Vulcan science officer, and it pretty much it wasn't a character. It was just, here's a sexy Vulcan. And then they did Uhura as the second one, which I thought looks nice and also tasteful for Kotobukiya Bishijo standards. And then the next one is a sexy operations officer. So, I'm still like, well, why was, if they only have the TOS license, let's assume, like, why was it not just Uhura, Chapel, and Rand, and then maybe even number 1 if that license includes that. But, it's just weird that we got 2 nobodies and then Uhura, but there's Uhura, so we got her. That's kind of fun. It's just kind of fun. But, yeah, kind of weird, though, that they're not committing to just doing the named characters. That's why I think they only have a TOS license, which is why they're like, oh, let's do 1 made-up character, 1 actual character, 1 made-up character, so maybe the next one will be Chapel. We'll see what happens. And the last thing in this box is the cutest. The tank wasn't the cutest thing. This is. It's Jeff. It's Jeff the Land Shark, the best boy of Marvel Comics. So Jeff, I don't know why it took this long. I think it took this long. Why is he marked X-Men? I have no idea. Anyways, Jeff debuted in like the West Coast Avengers 2018 comic, and then he later showed up in Gwenpool and Kate Bishop stuff, and he's been popping around, and now he's going to be in Marvel Rivals and stuff, so I think it was time to make merch. And in this plush of him, he's like in his little swim gear with his goggles and his little floaty ring and his little like flippers, and it's adorable. And he was exclusive to Comic-Con, and then Big Bad Toy Store got some of the overflow stock or something, and so I snapped him up immediately because it's Jeff. He's adorable. Look at him. He's so happy. So, yeah, that's the pile of loot, though. Like I said, it wasn't, like, insanely huge. Let's see if I can get the box out of the way, and then see if we... I'm going to cut away. I'm going to do a cutaway. We're going to do cutaway. I'm going to set everything up, because I can actually do that this time. It's not like an overwhelming amount of stuff. So there's everything. Look at that. I actually got it all in one shot. We got Jeff, and the tank, and the 2 Thundercats figures, and the 3 Coffin Comics ladies, and we got the Nancy Drew figure, and Beastman, and Uhura. Actually, let's turn Uhura to the figure side, and then the Epyon and the Kingpin. So, like I said, it wasn't a huge, like, quantity of stuff. It wasn't super expensive. It was just a little bit of a larger box because of things like Uhura and the Kingpin and then the Thundercats. But, yeah, pretty cool, you know, pile of loot. I'm glad you guys like these videos because I like doing these. These are a nice breather between the crazier big videos like the Sentai showcases and the viewing guides and stuff, so I enjoy doing them. If you enjoyed this, though, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button and the subscribe notification bell if you haven't already. That helps support the channel, helps us grow. And also check out all of the cool stuff we do. The Discord server in the link below to talk about stuff, share hauls, and all kinds of good things. Check out the live streams here on this YouTube channel every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Always a good time. We also have channel memberships available, so if you want to help support the channel to produce future videos, you can join as a member. There's different tiers, and there's perks of those tiers, like early access to videos, member-exclusive live streams, that kind of good stuff. And then let's give some special shout-outs to our channel members. Special shout-out to all our channel members, including our Captain Tier, Spin-54, Toma K, Masterbin95, Jamie's World, Forever1000, Easy2727, Philippe Ceruno, Star Warrior Robbie, Gustav, Cameron Meter, Has Been Hotel and More, Isabella Lawrence, Digital Realm, Stay Home Meatbag, Kyle, BJ Juan Lund, Vangel Giorgio, Josh Frisch, Chubby Potato 153, Uncaged Otaku. Thank you all for your support. If you so wish, you can find me across most social media at Soundout12. You can find my awesome graphic designer on social media and Discord at DarkClaw643. And you can find Hero Club at hero-club.com for news, interviews, reviews, and more. And until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.